If you find yourself constantly asking the universe for signs, then this video is for you. And I want to say this gently right at the start. Looking for signs doesn't mean you're doing manifestation wrong. It means you're trying to feel safe. Feathers, repeating numbers, songs on the radio, seeing the same thing again and again and wondering, is this it? Is this my sign? Most people do this at some point, especially when something matters. We look for signs because we want reassurance and we want to know we're not about to make a mistake. We want confirmation that we're on the right path. And underneath all that, there's usually one quiet question. Can I trust myself? Signs feel comforting because they move responsibility outside of us. If the universe tells me, then I don't have to decide. If I see the sign, then I can relax. If it shows up again, then I'll know. But here's the part that often gets missed. The moment you're asking for a sign, you're not assuming the outcome, you're waiting for permission. And waiting is a very different state from assuming. From a nervous system perspective, sign seeking keeps the system alert. You're watching, scanning, and interpreting. Even when it feels exciting, there's still a low-level tension underneath. Because you are waiting for something outside of you to settle something inside of you. I'll say that again. You're waiting for something outside of you to settle something inside of you. And that keeps the manifestation in a loop of not yet. This is why signs can quietly slow things down. They keep your attention on what's missing. They reinforce the idea that evidence has to come first, and they outsource your authority. Instead of, I know, it becomes, I'll know when I see. And that difference matters. Neville Goddard talked about this in a very simple way. He said, you don't wait for evidence to believe. You believe first, and evidence follows. Not in a forced way and not by pretending, but by assuming something internally before the world rearranges around it. The wish fulfilled isn't excited, it isn't searching, and it isn't asking. It's settled. So, what replaces signs? Decisions. Not a dramatic declaration and not an announcement to the universe. Just a quiet inner decision saying, this is happening. And then you stop asking. You don't need to feel euphoric and you don't need to feel certain all the time. Just stop negotiating. The version of you who already knows doesn't look for proof. They move through their day with a subtle expectation that things tend to work out. They respond to what's in front of them and they don't constantly check for reassurance. And from that state, actions become clearer. Timing feels less urgent and the nervous system settles. This doesn't mean you'll never notice synchronicities. You probably will, and they will still happen. The difference is you're no longer depending on them. They become a reflection and not a requirement. So, if you've been asking for signs, nothing is wrong. It just means it's time to bring the authority back inside. Try practice trusting your own knowing, to let certainty come first and let evidence follow. And that shift from asking to assuming, from watching to living, is when things start to move. Quietly, naturally, and without effort.